Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to start our regular meeting. Well, we have a special appeal hearing before we go into our regular meeting of the Board of Public Works. We have an appeal hearing for 3806 Main Street. Mimi, I believe I'm pronouncing it right, Mimi African Hair Braiding.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we do have you in the audience? Okay. Okay, this is pertaining to an appeal. There was an appeal of a denial of business application. The city denied your application for a business license for reasons contained in a letter to you dated June 6, 2018, a copy of which is attached in that letter. You are advised of your right to appeal that decision to the East Chicago Board of Public Works, and you expressed your intention and desire to do so. Accordingly, your hearing was set for today at 3:30. Mr. Allegretti, are you going to oversee this hearing?
I think procedurally, well, I think the board should serve as a tribunal to hear the appeal from the denial of the business license. The notice provided the person seeking the license who was denied the grounds for the denial. I think procedurally we should have them come and state their position. I don't think we administer oaths in these kinds of proceedings and let them say what we want. And I think representatives of the Controller's Office are here to answer questions or justify or defend their actions. And I recommend that we proceed in that fashion.
Okay, so if you would please come to the podium and give us your name and address for the record.
Hello,
Hello, can I have your name and address, please?
my name is Justine Gogoi. The shop address is 17801. The shop address is 3808 Main Street, East Chicago, Indiana, 46312.
Is that your home address, or that's the business address?
That's the business address. My home address is 15305 Green Street, Dalton, Illinois, 60419.
Okay, so for the record, Justine
Gogoi.
G-O-Y-I.
Gogoi.
Okay. And your name, please?
Garcia Lemon,
And your address?
380 Green Bay Avenue, Calumet City, Illinois,
Okay, and
60409.
as you were saying before, the business address is at 3806 Main Street,
Yes.
Correct.
East Chicago, Indiana.
Yes.
Now, I understand the reason we're here is because there was some problem with trying to justify the identifications of the people who will be working here.
Correct.
Can you, do we need an explanation of what occurred, Mr. Allegretti?
David, that does work better. Excuse me, ladies, if I may.
Yes.
Rosalind, would you please step up to the microphone, please? I don't want to make this overly complicated. Would you, everybody knows you, but would you please state your name, please, for the recorder?
Rosalind Sakavicius, Sakevicius,
And what's your position?
Administrative Assistant for the City Controller's Office.
City Controller. Are you familiar with the application which is the subject of this appeal?
I am.
Would you please briefly explain to the Board of Works what the circumstances were surrounding the application, what your investigation revealed, and what the factual basis for your denial of the application was?
Sure. Well, on May 2nd, Eugenie, who was the original owner of the business, came in with another woman who is currently not here, and presented her as her sister and indicated that she wanted to transfer the license to her. She then proceeded to fill out an application, but at the time when she was filling out the application, I was sitting with them just to guide them. She was unsure of the address, and she had notified somebody on her phone because we also needed a photo ID. And so the person that she was communicating with her emailed her the photo ID. And in the meantime, while she was filling out the application, she was looking down at the photo ID and filling it out with the information.
Suggesting that she was not actually the person whose ID she was going to represent.
Exactly, but she never stated that, because the original owner stated it was going to her, the other woman who's not here, and also stating that that was her sister. And so, clearly, when she was all done, we had her pay for the license, and she was given a handwritten receipt, because I was very skeptical at the time. So then the following day, which was May 3rd, we requested a background check. And however, everything came back sufficient because it was somebody else's ID, obviously. So I discussed the matter with Lieutenant Cossey, who happened to come into our office, and I asked him if he could search the phone number that was on the application and see if it matched up with Justine's phone number. And after I explained everything to him and showed him the application and the photo and everything, and he said, "Rosalind, based on the information you're providing," he said that that's sufficient enough that you don't even have to research the phone number, but I'll look into it anyway, is what he indicated. So a couple weeks went by, and in the meantime, I asked him if he was able to find anything out, and unfortunately he wasn't, because it was an Illinois telephone number. So anyway, then on June 5th, I had phoned and let the individual know, the person who actually came in and falsified the application, to let her know if she had some other form of identification. And if she did, to please bring it in. And she said, "Like what?" And I said, "Perhaps a passport." And she said, "I don't have a passport." And then she asked why. And at that point, I explained to her that things didn't match up, etc. And so the following day, which was June 6th, the original woman who had filled out the application came in with Justine here and to the office to explain that she's the individual's name who actually she filled out the application for, which was Justine, on the license, but that she was filling it out because in Justine's absence, she was in Africa for her mother's passing. And at this time already, I just explained to her that it was out of my hands and that there's an appeal process. And gave her a copy of the denial letter, which was also mailed certified on that same date, which was June 6th. Then on June 8th, Eugenie called, who was the original owner of the business, and she stated that she moved to Bloomington, Illinois. And she also indicated that Justine is not a sister, but is her cousin. And the lady who was filling out the application was actually Justine's friend. So it was a very confusing conversation. I really couldn't make much out of it, but we kept also getting disconnected. So after that, on June 11th, Justine returned with a person that she claimed to be her sister-in-law, which is this lady here, I believe, correct? And she wanted everything to be explained to her about the appeal process. So I just told her that, she needed to write an appeal, because Justine didn't really know how to write the appeal. And I told her what, it should entail. And she also stated, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Okay. That you stated that in your country or in their country, they're able to apply on behalf of others in their absence. And at that point in time, you then left and, in the meantime, you wrote the letter and then the appeal then was scheduled, or the hearing, I should say.
So then, just to
So,
reiterate, the basis for the city controller's denial of the application was that you considered it a falsification of the information contained in the application? for the business
Correct.
license?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, ladies, you can, permission of the board of works, you can ask Rosalind a question, or you can come and explain whatever you wish. Those are the three members of the board, and they, if there's a language barrier, if you want to do talking, whatever you want.
We don't have any questions for Rose. She's
Okay.
actually correct in what she's saying. Is honestly truly a misunderstanding. In their country, they are allowed to, if it's a family-owned business, they do a lot of things that way, that another person come and represent them in the event of an emergency. Justin was not available at that time, and normally for things of this matter, normally I always come and help her handle them, so there's no language barrier. But Eugenia and them, they were in a rush to do things, and she didn't understand Rosalind correctly, and she had understood her to know that you are representing yourself as someone else. You can't do that. If you would have told her, and I explained to them, if you would have told her that you were representing her on the behalf of her, then she would have told you a whole total different process. It was clearly, honestly, truly a misunderstanding based off of language barriers and their understanding of what she knows what's to be done here in this country, but the other one did not. So, like I said, it was truly a misunderstanding on their behalf, on how they should have proceeded to begin with. And the license, the business is for Justin.
So Justine, you're going to run the business?
Yeah.
Now, do you have proper identification and everything now?
Yes.
Yeah, she's a citizen.
I have my social security, I have my ID, I have my travel license.
Okay, but at the time, that was never presented with you.
I was not around.
Yeah, she sent it to her via
I
phone.
sent her, she called, I said, the lady Jeannie have to go. I was in Africa, so I said, okay, where you want to go? I can't go to the shop without license. You have to go apply for, because I can't work without license. When they come, they didn't know, they should say they are representing me. They didn't
Okay.
know.
I'm just trying to get, if we were to start all over new,
Correct.
you could bring all the proper things with your ID,
Yes.
and if we run a background check, everything will match yours.
Everything.
Everything will be
Okay, because that's the
everything.
one thing that never happened. Am I correct, Rosalind?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So, is there another partner or just you?
No, it'll just be Justin.
Okay. So, so you're not a partner in this
No,
business?
I do
It's
other
it's solely
things. Real
yours?
estate.
Okay. Are you the owner of the property, or are you just leasing the property?
I rent.
You're renting the property? Okay. And the owner of the property, he's aware that you
Yeah,
have a lease
yeah.
with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the owner, Eugenie present me to the owner of the the shop already.
And do you have a written lease? Does she have a written lease with the owner?
He have the landlord, he want to give me a list because I was not around. That the same time the shop, I have to apply for the license. They said I have to go to bury my mom. So when I came back, the license was denied. I can't go to the shop.
Yeah, and we
I
don't
have
wanna sign
to wait.
a lease if we don't have a
I have to
business
wait for
license,
the
so-
court before I tell the landlord, give me a new lease now.
Okay, so if you do get a license, then you'll be able to get your lease, and
Lease,
then you
yeah,
can bring us a copy of the
everything.
lease with
Start
your
working.
name and his name?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. You have any other questions from any board members? Mr. Elegray, is there anything you could think of we should ask, or?
Do the petitioners have any further thing to say or anything else to present to the Board of Works?
No, we just apologize for the misunderstanding and the waste people's time, because it should have been done differently.
Okay, you understand we're going to have to start, if we do agree to your appeal, we're going to have to start from the beginning, where you have to bring everything exactly matches your name,
Everything.
everything.
And
Okay?
I'll be with her to handle all of that, so that way we know that it's correct, done correctly.
Okay.
My recollection is in the past that you took this under advisement and advised them by mail of a decision. If you wish to do that, you can conclude the hearing now and move on to other business if you wish.
Okay, because, am I right in thinking that we have 10 days to give a response to them?
That's correct.
Okay. We're going to take everything under advisement, and you'll get an answer within 10 days
Thank you.
Good. To me, as long as everything matches up.
Everything.
It does. Everything is legitimate.
Okay, so
Can I
you,
ask
Okay.
a question, please? Now, at this location, is this the first of you conducting business there, or have you conducted business at that location previously?
No.
No.
No, our other business is in the city of Chicago.
there was in a hair, was that a hair shop before?
Hybrid.
It's a hair braiding salon.
Before.
Before? Oh, okay,
Yes.
but you're not connected with them at all?
No.
Okay, and that's the lady that moved somewhere else, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so thank you for coming, and you'll get our response in the mail in about 10 days.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you very much.
Okay,
Have a good
Thank
rest
you.
of your day.
thank you. Okay. For the record, that concludes our appeal hearing for 3806 Main Street on Mimi African Hair Braiding. And also for the record, they should get our reply within 10 days. Now we're going to move on to our regular Board of Works meeting. Ladies, you don't have to stay anymore. You don't have to.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna call to order the regular meeting of Board of Public Works for July 11, 2018. Roll call,
Bel Gomez,
present.
William Allen.
Present.
Weena Guzman.
Present.
Okay, we have the regular minutes of the regular meeting of June 27, 2018. Can I entertain a motion to approve as written?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call,
Bel Gomez.
yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, we move on to correspondence. We have no correspondence. We'll move on to new business. First item on our agenda is from Public Works. It's from Schindler Elevator Company, I believe.
Good afternoon, Keith Selvey, Director of Public Works. Yes, Val, the agreement that you have in front of you is an agreement with a new company we're going to be doing business with, hopefully, across the city for all elevators. Right now, there are four elevators that will come under the realm of Public Works once some of the agreements actually expire. This is the first here at City Hall.
So they're going to be individual departments for each,
Correct.
it's not going to be one agreement for everything.
Right, they're be individual.
Okay.
This first agreement for City Hall, the annual price for City Hall agreement will be $2,460. The initial cost will be $8,050. They're going to do some upgrades here at City Hall. They're going to do a new fire service as well as a solid state starter that will help monitor the system as well. The reason why we were asking to have an OEM with Schindler is because they're willing to also help us do permitting. We've had some issues with some permitting in the past. They actually handle that part for us, which is great. So we don't actually do it. So ask that you approve this as well as and further, in our next board meeting, we'll have, I believe, Public Works. We're finalizing that particular one.
Is that original 2,000 you mentioned included in this 8,000?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. It's a total of $8,050.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Yes. I'm looking at the correct one. I know it says building name East Chicago City Hall, but in the contents of, under equipment description, it says Schindler Elevator Corporation and City of East Chicago Public Safety, 2301 East Columbus Drive.
What page are you referring to?
Am I looking at the wrong? That is where it says dated May 11th.
May 11th.
Should be the first page.
Yes. Dated May 11th, to East Chicago City Hall. Building name, East Chicago City Hall.
Yeah, but right underneath where it says equipment description, right underneath there, and it says East Chicago Public Safety. Just want to make sure that that's not for the public safety and for
Oh,
City Hall.
yes, I see what you're saying. And now we'll
Just to
get corrected.
clarify, just,
I see. I apologize.
Okay. Well, you'll inform of that then. right?
Yeah, I'll do that correction. That's another one of the actual departments that will be coming under the umbrella as well.
Okay, are there any other questions or comments?
No.
There being no other further questions or comments, or entertain a motion to approve Schindler Plus Elevator Corporation proposal in the amount of $8,050 be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Next on our agenda, we have Downtown Charlie Brown musical service to be provided at our August 5th, 2018 Fusic Fest in the amount of $1,200. This is a contractual service.
Yes, Natalie Adams is not present, but I am aware of this. They will be performing at the Fusic Fest at the Joris Park Beach, and this will be for one day, August 5th, and for the amount of $1,200.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
No.
Mr. Allegretti? Just for record, we have this one and another one. The law department has reviewed these contracts, right?
Yes.
Okay, just for the record. There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the Charlie Brown musical proposal for Fusic Fest in the amount of $1,200.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have, also for Fusic Fest, Mannix Martinez Band for Fusic Fest at Joris Park, also August 4th, 2018, contractual service for $1,200. Can you speak on this also?
Pretty much same thing. Mannix Martinez. Again, this is for Fusic Fest, which they will be performing Saturday, August 4th. And again, the cost is $1,200.
Okay, any further questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the Mannix Martinez Band proposal for Fusic Fest in the amount of $1,200.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have from Planning Department, we have from Context Design, we have two proposals. We have a gateway monument sign for Chicago Avenue and White Oak, and a topographic survey for utilities located in soil bearings. Hello.
Hello, Esperanza Ceja Ramirez, Compliance Manager, Planning Department. You should have been in receipt of the project request form.
We have project description, $18,300 for technology, engineering, and civil documents for Chicago Avenue and White Oak, $6,500 for bidding construction phase support for Chicago Avenue and White Oak, $14,900 topographic survey and utility locate service, $5,200 soil bearings and geotechnical load recommendations, $825 legal description for each, which is times 3. And I believe the amount is $47,375. Do you have any questions or comments on these proposals?
No.
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve Context Design's proposal in the amount of $47,375 for the aforementioned project description.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we
Thank you.
come. Thank you. Next we come to Resolution 2018-34 concerning 4025 Cary. Resolution of the Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing the conveyance of property commonly known as 4025 Cary Street to an budding landowner. Whereas Maria Lopez owns the land of budding such property owned by the city located at 4025 Cary Street and is eligible to receive such property. And whereas Maria Lopez and the city have complied with regulations described in IC 36-1-11-59, therefore be resolved by the East Chicago Board of Public Works that the property located at 4025 Cary, particularly described in the quitclaim deed attached hereto, be sold and conveyed to Maria Lopez for no consideration, and the board president is hereby authorized to execute a quitclaim deed substantially conforming to the attached deed and to perform all acts and execute all documents necessary to carry out such transfer. Mr. Marshall, this is another one of our lots.
This is one of two adjoining lot programs. These are both widows. I was checking to see if there was another person to put on the deed, as I regularly do. Neither one, both are owned by the person alone. This one and the next one. This one by Maria Lopez, and I have SB's help for having put this together, the initial application and the field work, and sending out the certified letters as we do in that procedure. And once that is done, I then prepared the resolution and the quitclaim deed.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the resolution 2018-34. The resolution authorizing the conveyance of property commonly known as 4025 Cary Street to Ms. Maria Lopez and accompanying quitclaim deed.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, and now we come to resolution 2018-35. As Mr. Morse already explained this one also, it's exact as the one we just passed. Only here we have Evelyn Lopez?
This is Evelia,
Evelia Lopez?
no kin, despite the same surname.
Okay. And she's the budding landowner at 24332 Northcott. And as in the previous resolution, be it resolved by the Chicago Public Works that the property located at 4332 Northcott Avenue, particularly described in the quitclaim deed attached, here to be sold and conveyed to Vela Lopez for no consideration, and the board president is hereby authorized to execute a quitclaim deed substantially conforming to the attached deed and to perform all acts and execute all necessary documents to carry out such transfer. Are there any questions or comments on resolution 2018-35?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve resolution 2018-35 and the accompanying quitclaim for the property known as 4332 Northcott Avenue to Ms. Lopez.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Thank you. And as you know, each one has both a resolution and a quitclaim deed to be executed.
Yes, I think the motion was a resolution and a quitclaim.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next we come to resolution 2018-36, heavy industry. This is for the roundabout sculptures. Resolution of the Chicago Board of Public Works accepting and approving a proposal for sculpture design services from Heavy Industries for the Columbus and Aldous Roundabout Sculpture Project. Heavy Industries has submitted the attached proposal dated July 9th to perform, among other things, a design of Columbus Drive and Aldous Roundabout sculpture for a lump sum of $30,000.
Yes. So this is a part of our ongoing beautification efforts. This part of this project will be funded by the RDA, the sculpture itself at Columbus Drive. However, the professional design services, as you know, has to be paid by the city. This is unique in that we are getting almost two designs for the price of one by doing these two locations simultaneously. So there was only a very small additional fee to add the design for the sculpture at Aldous Roundabout. That actual funding is to be determined, but this is a good deal to move forward on both of these, so that's our recommendation.
Okay. My only question is on the proposal from Heavy Industry. It includes several other items, but we're only doing the 30,000
Yes.
design?
Only the 30,000 for the design portion.
So
The
is this going to be amended so that it only has the 30,000? 'Cause right
Well,
now-
I don't know if it needs to be. I think we were told by council that that was okay to approve it as is and just to highlight the section that would be approved, which was a 30,000, and the bill portion is fine to stay in there. It just isn't getting approved, and it sits dormant more or less.
Yeah, the resolution specifically states that only the portion, it's only approving, authorizing the design rather than the fabrication and construction.
I'm just wondering, because the proposal where it has my signature, where I sign, includes everything. Do we have to box out?
Well, actually, what we would
Do we have to
do,
box out?
Yeah, I wouldn't sign that, just the resolution.
yeah, we aren't asked you to sign that, and I think, Joe, we were asked about a contract they're going to provide. The way we did it last time, they provided the Board of Works authorized you to sign a contract that accompanies the resolution for that exact same amount, so they're kind of working out the language on that.
Okay, so
now.
for the record, we ignored their proposal and just sign the resolution.
Right, and the resolution is attached, so it's, in the courts, we're not signing the proposal.
Okay.
We'll sign a separate contract specifying what the work is being commissioned. So I think just sign the resolution, attach the proposal, but please don't sign the proposal.
Okay. All right, Olga, you got that? 'Cause my name's on the other one. Okay, so any further questions or comments on Resolution 2018-36?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2018-36, a resolution accepting and approving a proposal for sculpture design services from Heavy Industries for the Columbus Drive and Aldous Roundabout Sculpture Project in a sum of not to exceed $30,000.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, now we come to Resolution 2018-37, Royalty Construction Facade Design Specifications. A resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works accepting and approving a proposal from Royalty Construction for facade design and specifications in North Harbor. Mr. Reed?
Yes, so as a part of the city's facade improvement program overall, we found that to get good bids, you really have to do full specifications and call-outs. This contractor is qualified to do this, and by far giving us a pretty good deal for this architectural work, and is our recommendation that we accept his proposal. He will work with city staff to make the specifications. At that time, we will go out for the quoting or bidding process based upon the estimates of the project work.
Okay, and per the resolution, Royalty Construction has submitted and attached a proposal dated July 5, 2018 to perform facade design and specifications for the buildings located at 2201 Broadway, 3700 Main, and 3727 Main Street for a lump sum of $11,500. So it's just for these particular three buildings?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments?
No.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2018-37 for Royalty Construction for the facade design specifications.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll move on to Walsh and Kelly change order number 2 and 3 for the Walt-Lee reconstruction project. This is from our engineering department.
Change order number 2 for Walsh and Kelly. Basically, the last couple change orders that were approved at the Board of Works meeting regarding this project was to establish easy valves to help shut off the main in case of emergencies, and then for additional replacements for the project. There were a number of areas that were unmarked and needed to be changed. Basically, when that was all completed, there was extra material that wasn't used or needed. So as a result, this is a deduction in the amount of $758.66.
Okay. That's for change order number 2.
And so, yeah, that's for change order number 2. So we
Any
can-
any questions or comments on change order number 2, which is a minus of 758.66?
No.
Good,
Oh, and then I guess for the record, it says 4444 Railroad Avenue, but that's going to be changed to obviously 4525 ND.
Okay.
Typo.
No other comments?
No.
There being no other comments, entertain a motion to approve change order number 2 on the Walling Street project in the amount of a credit of $758.66.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, now we also have for Watling Street, change order number 3.
This is a change order for maintenance of traffic. Something that had to be changed was making sure that the fire department had a way to get in and out of the building or the garage in responding to emergencies. Since the train always comes through and it stacks up right there on Dickey, this leaves a significant backup down Dickey, down Michigan Avenue, to the point where the fire department was going to have some issues with responding to emergency calls. So basically what's going to happen, Watling Avenue is being reconstructed. So are the side streets. This is Grand and Guthrie connecting to Michigan Avenue. These 2 legs off of that connect Watling and Michigan are going to be done at 2 separate times. Grand will be taken apart and put back together. Once that's done, then Guthrie will begin. This will give the fire department the access and entryway and exit so that they can respond accordingly to emergencies. So the cost for this, since the contractor will have to be out there, stop signs will have to be erected for traffic control. The cost for that is going to be $8,978.40.
Okay. Any questions or comments on change order number 3?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve change order number 3 for the Watling reconstruction project.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, that brings us to Nice Engineering supplemental for Grand Boulevard project.
This is the Grand Boulevard project from 142nd and 144th. This is in between Washington Park and St. Catherine's Hospital. This project is coming to the end. There is some additional monies that is being requested by the engineer, Nees Engineer, I'm sorry. Total amount $2,300. And this project did go over the contracted completion date, but this money is just basically to finish out the project. There was some extra change orders that were approved, and this required oversight, which was basically the patch repair and the 4 speed humps that were installed.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve Nice Engineering supplemental for Grand Boulevard in the amount of $2,300.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we come to notice of award for 2018 East Chicago resurfacing program from engineering.
Last meeting, we had the bid opening for the resurfacing package for East Chicago. The contractor that was found to be the lowest and most responsible was Reith and Riley, in the amount of $3,603,661.95.
Okay. Any questions or comments on the notice of award?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve the recommendation and notice of award from our engineering department for the 2018 Chicago resurfacing program to Reith and Riley in the amount of $3,603,761.95.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
We have the actual agreement, contract,
Yeah, this is the contract
for
for the,
providing for the same project.
Yep.
Any questions or comments on the contract?
No.
And I assume the contract was reviewed by our legal department and engineering.
yeah, this is the boilerplate project contract that we have used for all our projects.
Okay. There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the contract for 2018 Chicago Resurfacing Program with Reef and Riley.
So moved. Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So moved.
Second,
I'm sorry, second.
roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
And finally, on this project, we have the notice to proceed for Reef Riley for the 2018 East Chicago Resurfacing Project. Any questions or comments?
Yeah, this is for today's date, July 11th, but the actual notice to proceed will be issued for the 16th.
Okay. So you want to change on that date and agreement?
No, like, it's going to be for the meeting today,
Okay,
but like their official
Start.
start date would be like the 16th.
okay. So any other questions?
You want a vote or authorization from the board to give the notice of procedure? This is just kind of, you're just getting.
Oh, no, I would like this to be passed, yeah, motion.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
No.
Any no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the notice to proceed to Reef and Riley for the 2018 East Chicago Resurfacing Program.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Next, we have First Group Supplemental Number 1 for Watling Reconstruction Project. This is also from engineering.
This is for additional services for the Watland, Guthrie, and Grand project. Guthrie and Grand being the side streets that connect to Watland. This project has been pushed back, so as a result, we need more supervision on the job. There have been delays on the city side, NIPSCO side, but as a result, with the calculations, it is requested that in any amount of $23,378.57 be approved to basically finish out the project for this year.
So it's 23,378?
23,378, yep, 57 cents.
Oh, I was looking, so it's not the supplemental one, this total.
No, that's gonna be the grand total of supplement number 1 and 2. I'm sorry, that's
Let's see.
I thought this, we were approving supplemental number 1. Isn't this the total?
That's what I'm looking at. One this way.
no, I'm sorry, yeah, you're right. It's 40.
40, okay.
40,123.
And
21.
cents.
My apologies.
Any other questions or comments on supplemental agreement number 1?
No.
No?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve supplemental agreement number 1 for the Watling, Guthrie, and Grand project in the amount of $40,123.21.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Brings us to right-of-way applications from engineering.
Permit application number 18-02890, dumpster by Service Doctor at 3721 Main Street. Application number 18-02891, dumpster Ted Zager at 4216 Todd. Application number 18-02892, Acton, utility at 602 West 151st Street. This is to allow demolition equipment in the public right-of-way. Application number 18-02893, Q3 Contracting. This is asphalt and concrete repair work at 39 39 Cary, 4014 Drummond, 1305 West 150th, 603 West 140th, 5012 Indianapolis Boulevard, 3614 Ivy, and 4929 Indianapolis Boulevard. Application number 18-02894, heavy load freight management logistics, hauling via Dickey, Michigan, and 912. Application number 18-02895, Tri-Union Express, heavy load hauling via Dickey, Michigan, Riley Canal, and Indiana Harbor Drive. Application number 18-02896, Mamoet USA North Inc., heavy load hauling via Dickey Road, East 129th, and that concludes applications for the right-of-way.
Okay, any comments or questions on the application?
No.
There be no further comments or questions, entertain a motion to approve Board of Public Works permit applications 18-02890 through 18-02896.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. We'll move on to old business. Any old business?
No.
Any other business? I believe not. Our next regular meeting will be Wednesday, July 25th, 2018 at 4 p.m. As that concludes our business, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
All right.
How do I get back on my email?
The air would go on.
It's hot.
Very hot.
Yeah, I know. They
We
call
started right by this window.
You got the sun in it. There's something in the
But from there, but see, it pops up to that.
Darn fast, if you ask me.
How are you, sir? Excuse my seat. Good to see you. All right, cousin. How you doing? Chance to shake your hand. Say hello. All right. A little warm, but it should be. Ready? But he may come in a couple minutes late, but we'll kind of go over for him if he doesn't. We don't have to wait on him. Okay. I would like to call the regular meeting of the Board of Public Safety to order, July 11, 2018. We'll follow the agenda we have in front of us, 5 o'clock p.m., starting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Let me stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We now will have our roll call.
Milton Reed,
Here.
Richard Trzymczynski.
Here.
Thomas Davis.
Here. Is there a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from June 27, 2018?
I so move.
I second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any questions? No questions. We'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. There is no correspondence in front of the board today. New business is the order to rescind the order to demolish 3914 Butternut Street, the garage portion. Is there a motion to accept the order to rescind the order to demolish?
I make the motion.
I second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any questions?
I have none.
Any questions? There are no questions. We'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. We now have Resolution 2018-06, 3913 to 3915, Grand Boulevard, and release of lien. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution number 2018-06?
So moved. I second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any questions?
None.
Any questions?
None.
If there are no questions, we will take a vote. All in favor, aye. Oppose? Okay, motion carries. Now consider in your packet is the Fire Department Training Report, Fire Prevention Bureau Report, Absentee Report, and Equipment Report, all for June 2018. Is there a motion to accept the reporting as presented by the Fire Department?
I make a motion. I second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly second. Any questions on the reporting? Any questions? There are no questions, then we will take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. There is no old business in front of us, nor audience for participation. We will have the next regular meeting Wednesday, July 25th at 5 o'clock p.m. If there's nothing else before the board, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. I second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Please sign on the dotted lines.